primary teachers. I am Sanjay Kumar Patil, Headmaster, Kendriya Vidyalaya number 2, Air Force Station, Pune. My topic is how to conduct online classes. Now, during this coronavirus pandemic, this has resulted in the closure of all schools and colleges across the country. Now, education has changed dramatically over the last 4 months with the considerable rise of e-learning, whereby teaching is executed remotely and on digital platforms like our in-service course. Nowadays, thousands of students are glued to computers, smartphone screens, as teachers and students enter a new world of virtual lectures, tutorials, and assessment. Now, though e-learning poses a challenge to both students and teachers, both technology and access, I think it is keeping everyone busy with lectures, worksheets, and assignments. Even before this COVID-19 outbreak, e-learning was growing at an unprecedented pace. Now it would be interesting to see if these changes coronavirus has caused in the education system stay forever. So this news I got from I got. Now here the government has released some recommendations. The guidelines recommended that the duration for online classes for pre-primary students should not be more than 30 minutes. For classes 1 and 2, 1 to 8, 2 online sessions of up to 45 minutes. For classes 9 to 12, 4 sessions of 30 to 45 minutes. So for primary classes, we have to take 2 sessions, maximum 45 minutes each, and there should be a gap of 10 to 15 minutes. So I think everybody is following this. So remember, 2 sessions of maximum time limit of 45 minutes each, and there should be a gap between these 2 sessions. Now there are some benefits of taking these online classes. First is online competency based learning. Now competency based learning allows a student to attain transferable skills and competencies. Such teaching is learner focused and not dependent on any other factor. The important except that every student has a different learning style and level of engagement usually go unaddressed in regular offline classes, where many students hesitate in interacting with the teacher due to peer competition or domineering students in the class. Now, these online classes offer flexibility and ability for students to drive the learning of a competency. Now, it also helps in creating high caliber learning pathways for future. Now, skill development and enhancement is a key to career growth. So in competitive times, these online education platforms have made it easy for students to develop new skills while continuing with their regular course. Then trackable learning. Now the performance and learning ability of student is easily trackable in online classes. In online mode, data of every student is individually stored and digitally trackable, while digital tools enable teachers to easily track students with online learning. The same cannot be done with the face-to-face mode. Then high level of engagement. Now these online learning materials are usually stimulating, concise, and more interactive, combined with features like surveys, polls, quizzes, etc. As a result, online classes increase student engagement. Then there are reduced distractions on these online platforms. Another great thing about online classes is that assessment is an ongoing process. There is increased student engagement as there is no peer distraction. Away from the competition and dominant students, there is increased involvement of students in asking doubts and initiating an interaction. Moreover, some concepts are better taught online. Then the teacher can have quick assessment. Online classes have enabled the teachers to quickly assess the learning of students as and when they teach. Unlike these traditional classrooms, the tech-enabled classes allow the teachers to post a quiz of 2-3 questions after every 10 to 15 minutes. So a teacher can do quick assessment if he is teaching online. So with the help of Google Forms and many online tests are there, the teacher can get quick assessment. So I would sum up online learning, which came as a panacea for the crisis, is increasingly seen as a new paradigm in education. Major world changes events are often an inflection point for rapid innovation, such as rise in many things post SARS. While it may be too early to predict, but it is likely that e-learning is going to impact education and herald the arrival of new normal. So, in this session, we are going to see how we can conduct online classes. Most of us are taking classes on Google Meet. So I have divided this session into two parts. One is a session on Google Meet and one session on Google Classroom. So in this session we will go with Google Meet. Even though everybody is taking classes on Google Meet, so we'll see what are the different things, what are the different options available in the Google Meet. Okay, the content of this session are you will be introduced to the Google Meet, then how you can present your screen, and some general settings we will see here. Now there is one more thing, we'll see Chrome extension. There are many extensions are available in this Google Meet. So I would be telling step by step. So first of all, Google Meet is a free video conference calling platform designed primarily for professional use, which links remote participants together. So up to 100 participants it is free, and for more than 400 participants G Suite paid account is required for a real-time interaction. So by Google Meet we can do text chatting, video chatting, screen sharing, presenting, file sharing. Now this Google Meet can also be integrated with Google Classroom. Google Meet can be pre-scheduled for meeting using Google Calendar. Then Google Meet can capture attendance in one single click. Google Meet also allows the features of visual effects, blurring background, grid view for multiple participants. So all these things we are going to see step by step. Now for Google Meet, either you can go through Gmail or you can directly go to Google web browser from google.com. So first we will see how you can go from your Gmail account. So first of all, for that you have to open your Gmail account, give your email ID, your password, and open your Gmail account. Now on the left side you can see the options below the below inbox. These options are given for Meet, start a meeting and join a meeting. Now as a teacher or a presenter you have to start a meeting, and student they have to join the meeting. So click first of all you have to join start a meeting, so click start. Then you can start the meeting. Now one more option is there, desktop version through Google Meet website. Now Google Meet website is www.meet.google.com. So open the web browser and go to this website. There also you will get two options, start a meeting and join a meeting. So as a presenter you have to start the meeting, and the children have to join the meeting. Okay, once you start the meeting, you will get this option. You will get this screen and options like this. Now here there is a meeting ready, so there is meeting code is given. This red part is the meeting code. Now if you these two buttons are there, join now and present now. Join meeting and see the participants for both teachers and student. Start presenting your screen meant for teachers or organizers. So if you click on the present the screen, directly your screen would be presented to the students. So as a teacher you can start from present now. Our children can go from this also, join now. Okay, when you start the meeting, you will get this pop-up window. Here they will ask, you will get option copy joining info, add people. Now this copy joining info, you have to copy it and you have to send to the children. Now you can send through your email, then to WhatsApp account, or suppose you are having uh, WhatsApp on your laptop or desktop, you can directly paste the link on the WhatsApp group. So whatever is possible you have to do that. So and one more option is there, add people. Now here from here you can add people. Suppose you are having the Gmail account of students, so you can add children from here by their Gmail IDs. So for that you have to enter the Gmail ID here, then directly send email. After entering email ID, press send mail to invite. So they will get the mail and they will get the invitation code, that meeting code, and they can directly click on that and they can join the meeting. So either you invite them or you can send the meeting code through WhatsApp. After that, joining the meet, you will get this screen. You can see this screen. Now ready for the organizer teacher meeting in Google Meet with your audio video in on mode. Now this is audio, this is video. These are the options you are getting: meeting details, audio, leaving the meeting, then video, turn on captions, present now, and 3 vertical dots. These are the options available for the both presenter and the children. Now how to mute and unmute, hide or show video. Now see here, this is audio button. If you click on that, the video will get unmute, mute, unmute. This video to show the video or hide the video. Then how to present screen or share the screen. Now these are the options. Here there are audio, video, leave the meeting, turn on caption, present now. Now if you want to show something from your desktop, you have to from the desktop you have to click on present now. So whatever is available on your desktop, whatever you want, suppose you want to show video, PPT, anything you can show from this present view option. So click on present view, you will get this window. So here there will be options. You have to select any of given choices for screen presentation. Better to select a window. So best is to select window, or you can share your entire screen. Whatever is on the screen that can be seen by the children. So click on any of these option, then click on this, then share. So press on share button. So your whole screen can be seen by the children. Present screen, share screen. Now on sharing the screen you will get this pop-up message: Google Hangouts is sharing your screen with meet.google.com. Stop sharing or hide. So you can if you click on stop sharing, the presentation will stop, or you can if you click on the hide, this message, pop-up message will hide. Now if you are getting this message, that confirms that your screen is now being shared by all, and everyone can see your screen. You can share your documents, images, PDF, PPT files, videos, extra with the participants. So once you share your screen, whatever is there on the screen, it can be seen by children. Okay, so stop sharing. Press stop sharing to stop screen sharing with the participant. Hide the notification by pressing the hide button. So these two options are you can get in present screen. Okay, now joining a meeting by participants. Now how the children are going to join the meeting? Now as a teacher, first you have to uh, create the meeting. So that meeting code you have to share with the children. Now suppose the child has now got the meeting code. Now what the child will do, he will go to his Gmail account. Then the option is there on the left side, join meeting. So if you click on join a meeting, the meeting code would be asked. Now here the child has to enter the meeting code and press join. So if you click on join a meeting, then it will ask for the meeting code. If your teacher organizer has shared a meeting code, then type the meeting code there and join the meeting. So this is for Gmail account. Suppose you are going by Google Meet website. So here also go to meet.google.com, then enter the meeting code and join. So both options are there with the children. So got the meeting code, enter the meeting code, join. Now these options you will get. Okay, now when participants are going through Google Meet website, there will be a pop-up questions that use your microphone, use your camera. So here you have to click on allow me to use your camera and microphone. Okay, so press allow to access your microphone for audio and camera for video if you go through the Google Meet website. Now this is the window the children will get. It is similar to the teacher. Now you same options are there: meeting details, audio, leave the meeting, video, turn on caption, present now, and 3 vertical dots are here. Now we'll see some general settings what are available in the Google Meet. Now see, whenever there is a meeting code, the last one is meeting code. So click on copy joining info at any time to share with the person willing to participate. Then you can give attachment also. This is for attachment. Like in your Gmail, you have this option attachment. You can see this symbol also. So list of Google Calendar attachments shared with the participant are shown here. Then one option is there, chat. No, this chat. So you can tell to your children that this chat, using the chat they can send their questions here. If they are having some doubt, they can click on the chat button and send to the children. After, if the children this can be seen by the teacher and their queries may be resolved. Now one more option is there, you can see the thumbnail. Now there is option pin and unpin. Pin and unpin. Click on a person's thumbnail to pin it for viewing. To unpin someone, click the person's thumbnail again. The participant will be seen mainly on the screen who will be pinned by you. If you click on pin, that participant will be seen on the top of the grid. So you can pin and unpin any of the child. Now the 3 vertical dots. Now after present, now there are 3 vertical dots are here. If you click on the 3 vertical dots, you will get this option: change layout, full screen, turn on captions, settings, report a problem, report abuse, and help. We will see one by one. Now change layout. Now how you want to see the children? So you for that, auto is there, slide bar, sidebar, spotlight, tile are there. So select any of the layout to get the view of participants. So this is the screen is there, and here you can see the participant. This is the grid view. All the participants will be seen like this. Then second option is full screen. You will get the whole screen. Third option is turn on captions. So captions are your audio which get converted to text. So what you speak, that text can be seen there. So this is very helpful for hearing impaired people. You can on and off the captions as per your need. Next option is setting. Now audio video settings are there, general settings are there. You can change as per your requirement, or default settings are already there, so no need to change that. Okay, next is report a problem. If you are facing any problem, you can go to this website and give the details. For that, you have to use the meeting code and your email ID where you can be contacted. Suppose you are having some doubts, you can go to the help section, describe your issue, and you get it resolved here. Okay, now we'll recap whatever we have done from starting. In a web browser, two options are there: either go from the Gmail account or from the web browser. So click on join meeting, click on join now, then you can add the people, you can share the meeting code with the children. Now to add someone to a meeting, choose the option, click copy joining info, share it with your children through WhatsApp or by sending mails or through any other mode of communication. Now suppose you are not having Google account, then someone has to give you access for that meeting. So I think most of us are having the Gmail account, so there will not be any problem. Okay, so there are two options we have done explained earlier, explained it. Either you go through the meet.google.com or from your Gmail account. Okay, now there are some extensions are available. Now we can now start a meeting, we can join the children. Now there are many other functions like taking the attendance, then many language tools are there in this, so we will see one by one. For that, you have to go to web store, Chrome web store. Remember Chrome web store extensions. For that, you have to click on this Google Chrome web store. Go to Google Chrome web store and search for that whatever extension you want. You have to search for that, then you have to add that. Now first is our Google Attendance. So first of all, you have to go to Chrome web store, search for Google Meet Attendance. Then once you get Google Meet Attendance, click on add to Chrome. Add to Chrome. Now when you click on add to Chrome, it will ask you again pop-up message, add extension. Then this extension you will get Google Meet Attendance. So when you start a meeting, you will get this type of mark, correct mark, green color correct mark, if you are having Google Meet Attendance extension. So this dialog box is visible during the meet. When you click on this attendance button, you can get this attendance. So go to Google Chrome extension, find Google Meet Attendance, then add to Chrome, and give the access. Okay, then next is how to save this attendance. Now for that you have to first click on that green color correct mark. Then there will be option, when you leave the meeting you will be having the option to save the attendance. So you have to click on the save the attendance. Now that attendance will be saved in the form of Excel file. Okay, next option is Google Meet blur effects. So for that also you have to go to Chrome Web Store, search for background blur for Google Meet. Then when you get this, you have to click on add to Chrome, then add extension. Now when you click on add extension, that option you will get in when you start the meeting. Now this blurring effect will help you in blurring the background and will only focus on the participant. So background will get blurred and only you can see the participants here. Okay, now see, this is the example. This is a blur, it is off here, here it is on. One more extension is there, Google Meet grid view. If you want to see all the participants in a grid view, so for that you have to go to Chrome Web Store, click on Google Meet grid view, add to Chrome and add extension. Now when you start the meeting you will get this type of extension, this type of grid mark. That means you have got extension from the Google Chrome Web Store. So click here to select grid view of your choice. When you are in meeting you can see multiple participants by selecting grid view at a time. So you can see the participant in grid view. These are the options you will get if you are having Google Meet grid. Okay, then one more option is there, mute all participants together. Now for that also you have to go to Chrome Web Store, download mute search for mute on all on Meet, add to Chrome, then you will get this option, like this option when you start the meeting, mute. If you click on this mute, all the participants will get mute. So if you from this you can mute and mute all the participants at one click. Then one more option is there, Google Meet Plus. For that also go to Chrome Web Store, you have to search for Google Meet Plus, add to Chrome. Now add the extension in the same way as we have seen in the previous slides. Google Meet Plus, you can see this one. After getting Google Meet Plus you will get these all toolbars, see here. Now there is one option here in Google Meet Plus, a whiteboard. You will get a whiteboard here, so you can draw anything, put circles, lines, you can erase it, you can put emojis, many things you can do if you are having the whiteboard. So for whiteboard you have to get the extension Google Meet Plus. This is the whiteboard. You can download, you can get all these images. You can download the images which you show to your participant and students. This for like that also there is one board, magical slate or green board, that can be also, that is also good if you are using Android mobile. Now you have seen that to join the meeting, then how to leave the meeting. So after audio, in between the audio video there is one button to leave the meeting. How you have to leave the meeting? So if you click on that, you can leave the meeting. But before that you have to see whether all the children have left the meeting. After that, at the end you can leave the meeting. So I